They're preparing because they're going to have much of the 3-0 currency they weren't able to get off the street back coming into the banks. But what are they going to need for those folks that held that money? The project to delete the zeros is going to bring value. It's going to bring purchasing power. China dominates the Iraqi market, exports exceed $65 billion in 2024. Quote, Chinese Customs Authority indicates that China continues to strengthen its economic dominance in Iraq. Planning, the percentage of completion of operations related to the population census exceeded 90%. Quote, the work will be completed before the end of this month, with the exception of the 3 governorates of the Kurdistan region, Erbil, Sulaimania, Dohuk, in which work was delayed for technical reasons, noting that the completion rate has reached more than 90%. Here's why joining the World Trade Organization is so important. The WTO can open the door to new business opportunities, attract more investments, and create jobs. It's a major step towards boosting Iraq's economy and connecting with the world. Iraq's trade minister just announced Iraq is back at the negotiating table working towards becoming a member of the WTO. I'll keep you updated on Iraq's WTO progress. TV says the recommendations for Ernst & Young about banking reforms will be approved by the Council of Ministers to proceed with the banking reforms. Frank, Ernst & Young are playing a very important part in the monetary reform process with the CBI and United States Treasury. Their involvement is very deep. To see this report from them once again tells me we are running out of time. It's all happening this week. One of the world's most noted whales has just been called in to fly to a certain destination. This is about to kick off. It looks like groups are getting ready now. I'm so emotional now that I wish I could tell you more, but it's looking really good for this week. My sources say everything is going this week. I have absolute faith we will go this week. Blinken in the Middle East next Tuesday. Quote, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will arrive in the Middle East next Tuesday, on a new tour. You have also Donny calling on the House of Representatives to vote in their president. The optics of them having 3 presidencies available all at the same time when/if they revalue their currency is a pretty big deal. The optics would really look good globally. You got a strong foundation, security and stability at the borders. Knocking on the door of the WTO, the tier contract they signed days ago, international agreements. Everything is gearing up for what? Iraq, going international. Mr. Sammy wants you to know the opening of these cash deposit centers that Sudani is bringing in with the CBI are a start of collecting and a start of the deletion of the zero notes. It gives us an avenue to trade in the notes instead of clogging up our regular banks. Frank, these currency centers have been licensed by the CBI, Sudani and the US Treasury in the last few weeks. Things are moving very fast for you citizens to receive your monetary reform. Stability in dollar exchange rates in Baghdad, Basra and Erbil. Now that Erbil and the Kurdistan region is playing ball, the stability of the rates are balancing. Some banks and 3 letters are expecting to see some action in the morning at opening time. We shall see. Economist, Development Road Project will provide Iraq with great investment opportunities. Quote, the Development Road Project consists of land and railway roads extending from Iraq to Turkey and its ports, with a length of 1,200 kilometers inside Iraq, and aims to transport goods between Europe and the Gulf countries. The head of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Atwan al-Atwani, confirmed that the government is working on preparing the basics of the 2025 budget to present it to the House of Representatives for study and voting. A statement from his office, received by Al Furat News, stated that al-Atwani discussed with a delegation from the Adam Smith International Foundation a set of laws related to the development of the financial and banking system, today, Monday, at the headquarters of the Finance Committee in the Council building, where he reviewed important draft laws including the Securities and Commodities Law, the Banking Studies Center Law, and the Islamic Sukuk Investment Law, with the necessary amendments being made, indicating that these laws will be read in the upcoming sessions. Al-Atwani stressed that the aim of the amendments is to involve the concerned parties to ensure increased productivity, and listen to various opinions to ensure their effective implementation. The statement added, the organization of workshops in cooperation with the law, economy, and investment committees was also discussed to develop laws comprehensively, while hosting specialists to benefit from previous experiences. The mechanism for drafting federal budget texts, analyzing revenues and expenditures, and planning budget items and general programs were also addressed. Al-Atwani pointed out that the government is working on preparing the basics of the 2025 budget to present it to the House of Representatives for study and voting on it, anticipating that it will reach the House of Representatives early next year, indicating that the government has begun meetings to structure the budget items.